Here we are, hitting up events, drinking our way through Chicago beer, and trying not to miss a thing.
Yeah, because, the cork popped out, boom, it flies like fucking 10 feet. We're like, yeah, let's do it.
All you have to do is add some fruit, stir it up, and ride that milk-shaped wave.
Whenever I see him, I gotta take a photo with the most decorated brewer in Chicago, Jonathan Cutler.
It'll be like the stuff you hear. You ever go to, every time you go to Floyd's, all the music sounds like this. Raw, raw, raw.
Sometimes you want a small beer, but really, you want a big beer.
You gotta take in all those big aromatic hops.
Hey, what are you doing this weekend? Waiting in line for a bottle release?
You should have never been a fad. The black IPA is delicious.
Hey, and welcome to Chicago Beer Pass. I'm Brad Chmielewski.
Brad, what's up, man? I'm Nik White.
And Nick's over there drinking warm beer.
I mean, I found it peculiar that Brad had the same beer that we had out last week on the table.
I'm going repeat. It's deja vu.
So here's the thing. It's next to a cold beer.
Yeah.
So I grabbed it, and I'm like, well, this other beer doesn't feel that cold. And then when I drank it, I'm like, this beer's not cold at all.
Right, because I also brought up a bottle of Bourbon County Stout. This is 2015.
Oh, wow.
So we can crack that open and have that as we go here. But then we're really drinking.
Accelerate here, huh?
Yeah, I need stuff out.
I hear you.
My house and fridge.
And this is coming from a guy who's got a dedicated beer fridge.
Yeah.
Because my dedicated beer fridge crashed.
Okay.
I'm still burning.
I think a lot of the Deepwood stuff is sitting on the floor in the garage at the moment. It came out of the fridge for St. Patrick's Day. Mm-hmm. Food needed to go in there.
Yeah.
So. But then we're really drinking Hailstorm, the Southside Irish Red, because I still have a lot of these beers hanging around, and we gotta get rid of them.
I don't mind the Southside Irish Red at all, man.
No, this one's great.
I don't mind it at all. Especially.
That Pollyanna sucked. The Knot from Phase 3 was whatever.
It's funny, man. We tend to take a very firm stance on some of these beers.
Yeah.
But then when you have them all in a row, like we've been doing, like Oktoberfest and Irish Red are the best examples. Christmas Ale is another example.
Right.
When you have them all in a row, they're not all playing fair. Some of them are really good, and some of them are fucking around.
Right.
And that's just the end of it, So.
And then I like that one on the last episode we did the dry Irish stuff from Sketchbook, that they didn't lean into the Irish Red. They did something else, which was kind of nice.
Yeah, because that's the one you don't see. Even though there should be two styles for that holiday, you only really just see the Irish Red.
What are you going to compete against Guinness?
Yeah.
You can't compete against Guinness, so.
It's a monster, that Guinness.
But Hailstorm, I haven't been out there in. Did I go last year? I might have went last year, but
I might have been for Oktoberfest a few years ago.
Is he still brewing there?
The greatest brewer of all time, Will Turner?
Yeah, Will Turner.
Yeah, he's still brewing there.
Still saving the day out there?
He saved the program, man. They might have. They might have. Closed shop is harsh, but they might have gone irrelevant.
Right.
If Will Turner didn't say the day after the other brewer got accused of some dirty deeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think a lot of those Tinley Park breweries, I don't want to say are irrelevant. They're known out there, and if you're in the West Burb people, they don't know about Hailstorm kind of thing.
Yeah, you're more likely to just are these destination breweries? No. If you're in Tinley Park, it's cool that you have like 4 breweries.
Right.
But if you're not in Tinley Park, if you live in Blue Island, you might not even go to Tinley Park.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's great beer if you see it. This one was canned at the beginning of the year, so grab it. It's probably on its way out. But this is solid.
And I will give them credit, Tinley Park, for having, because it's a big suburb, like just massive.
Right.
Like I think Niles is the biggest suburbs I've ever seen are Niles, Orland Park, and Tinley Park. And Niles and Orland don't really have as many breweries as Tinley, so good for them for having a bunch of breweries.
Right. Cool. All right, so we're going to sip on this, and then we got this Bourbon County 2015, which I want to say you were gone, and we might have opened a bottle of this on the St. Patrick's Day party.
Okay.
And
10 years old, huh?
Felt like it. 10 years old. I felt like it tasted old. It smells a little cardboardy, celery. Mm-hmm. It feels flat.
It reminds me of like old Rasputin, like old ale.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that for some reason.
Yeah, it's kind of too old.
It's definitely changed. The booze kind of falls out, and then sometimes you can go in different directions, man. Like sometimes those fudge and brownie notes come forward, and then sometimes those kind of like those fruits come forward.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're getting here, just kind of like these.
You're getting some cherry, dried fruit.
Yeah, dry fruit is a good call out. Yeah, but then you get a lot of like aged oak kind of thing. However, whatever.
You get that on the aroma. That like celery, not celery the vegetable. Like
Yeah, but like cellared notes. Yeah.
The burning, like the nose hair tickling, oaky booze.
Yeah. Smoke.
It's not terrible.
It's
but
different. It's very different from what you would.
What you want from Bourbon County.
Yeah, it's like the bourbon folks will tell you, didn't make the trip. You know how you could have some bourbons that go 15, 16 years, and you're like, oh man, for whatever reason, this is fantastic, but then some of them just kind of fall apart.
Oh.
And some flavors that you don't like maybe spike more than the other ones. I think that's what you're getting here. Okay. Where, yeah, it just didn't make the trip.
Okay. Do you remember what year was infected year? Was it pre this one? Mm. Was it 2012?
It might have been this year. Because this was the year of Regal Rye and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And the return of Rare.
That would make sense. I feel like we opened up one that did not taste right to me.
Yeah, they had, I think they narrowed it down to, I think it was, is it the tanker that we're moving unaged BCS in? Is it the, the, what we're using to put the beer in the barrels? Is it that? And I think they narrowed it down to like, oh, we got these second use barrels. We got these barrels from a vendor. Okay. And the barrels, I think, were infected.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's when they started.
Flash pasteurized.
Exactly.
Everything.
Yeah.
Which, I don't think this says it's flash pasteurized. I think they say it now on it.
Yeah, I think 2015 was that year because that was Regal Rye, the return of Rare. I think there was a vanilla that year. Yeah. And Rare was the 34-year-old Heaven Hill barrel, so it was that year. Grit and Grain that year. The year the bottle was it? I want to say it was the year the bottle changed.
Which was this year?
Yeah.
It's a nice bottle.
Yeah.
But
it's probably, if we're ranking bottles, you don't name too many more bottles that compete with this one. You might start with this bottle as just like the best bottle design for a beer.
Yeah, I like the embossed, like glass.
It's a fantastic bottle.
It's an expensive bottle. That's why.
This is the problem with this beer, And then now they're doing the expensive bottle and then giving you
an expensive box.
You got this box, you don't know what to name it. Like, what the fuck?
Do I recycle it or do I throw it away? What's the protocol here? This $30 box that's just going in the trash.
I got nothing. I don't know what to do with this box.
Anyway, what have you been up to this past week or so?
Man, opening day, baseball's back.
Nice, yeah.
Went down to the south side and drank a little bit.
Are they playing the A's, right?
They started with close. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Angels, okay.
Yeah. So we got like two players that started for us playing for them now.
Yeah. I know they won that first game, right?
They did, yeah. And then it was first place.
Right?
First place, Chicago White Sox. By the way, don't get it twisted. But opening day is like a holiday. I was ranking holidays, man. I'm like, I don't know what my favorite holiday is, but I think you go all out for St. Patty's Day. That's really fun. I really like FOBAB. I really like St. Patty's Day. I really like opening day.
FOBAB's a holiday.
FOBAB's not a holiday? I don't know, man. Come on. I mean, you see everybody? You get fucked up all night? I mean, come on. It's 2 days? I mean, I don't know. It's holiday at Jace. I don't know. Because I'm like, well, Thanksgiving's cool. Because it's the only day of the year, you can show up to anybody's house and just eat and drink like a madman. Right? But then what if you don't like what they cook? That's what my buddy was like, well, what if you don't like what they cook? I'm like, oh, shit. So Thanksgiving dropped the fourth. St. Patty's Day, FOBAB, and opening day, no particular order.
To get off, if you're on a tangent here, you know what's going to be cooked. You're not going to show up to someone's house and they have like
fucking like Mexican tacos.
Yeah, it's like there's turkey, mashed potatoes and mac and cheese.
All the usual suspects.
You
Yes,
got those three at least basics. Like
for sure.
no one and then you add on to that. But
But you know, everyone does their own thing. Everybody does it differently. You know.
Sure, yeah.
I used to. All right. This is the end of it. I used to date a girl and her family put like fucking marshmallows in the sweet potatoes.
oh yeah, that's good. I like that.
See, I don't understand this.
Sometimes I've seen people do half marshmallows, half not marshmallows, because some people don't like the
I'm
marshmallows.
like, I don't know. I don't. This isn't everyone's tradition. You know,
Yeah.
this is like certain traditions. I'm like, I don't understand this. I'm not. I don't know what's going on here.
Okay.
That's why Thanksgiving's 4th. Oh, but anyway, opening day. Opening day is probably the only time I'm gonna get out there until probably summer. Honestly, it's a lot of fun
It's
because
too cold. It's like not fun.
it is not fun. The Sox have the Craft Cave. Notoriously had 75 different beers you could pick. Most of them, all of them local. You know, but you get out there this year, and Craft Cave wasn't really. The Craft Cave was full of beer, but I feel like there were less options of the beer.
Okay.
You know, like I remember, Three Floyds was there. Cheers to them because you can do the little cocktails that they make in the cans.
Oh, they have
like
those?
tequila and soda. Man, yeah. You know, you in all your classics. You know, your beer for ball games. You know, cheers to Moors. I think Moors is out there this year. A lot of pilot project stuff is out there, but I don't remember just a wide range of beers. So that caught me off guard, and that was different from years past. But
So it felt more like what the end of the season feels like, where you're like, there's a lot of options, but they're the same options.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, okay, you have a lot of, I don't know.
Pipe works.
We have a lot of pipe works left. You got a lot of beer for baseball left.
yeah, Pollyanna.
And Pollyanna.
Yeah, exactly. It felt like that. It felt like that. Remember, we talked to Tracy Hurst, and she said she didn't like dealing with them because she made them. You had to buy all the beer up front.
Right.
And Tracy Hurst is like, well, you know, halfway through the season, this beer won't be the best example. So I think that's kind of silly. So we're not doing this anymore. And I don't know if it's some of that going on, but there were definitely, unless we did pregame a little bit, but I can recall there being way more options in years
Okay.
past than this year, and the Craft Cave. So.
I feel like, though, if you're a brewery that gets asked to do it and you're basically giving them that much beer, it might not be your best example, but you're selling like a lot of beer, like straight up at the beginning of the year. That has to be great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's always fun because, like, I'm going to make my way to Wrigley. And one of the best parts for me is just to see what beer options are on versus last time I was here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I got out there. I wish I had more to report, though. But all I drank was beer for ball games, the mixed cocktail from Three Floyds, and I think a Moore's beer.
Okay.
Yeah. The IPA. So
You didn't feel like there was anybody new showing up?
no, because like that's my time to get. And I've told the Blue Island guys this. I'm like one of the first beers I get when I go, something from Pipeworks, something from Pollyanna, something from Blue Island. Because
Yeah.
I really like Blue Island. I never really get around there and stuff, so I try to get it when I'm at the park, and I didn't see any of that kind of stuff there.
Okay.
So, yeah,
But I wonder for Blue Island, everything there is 16-ounce cans.
yeah.
Does Blue Island, they don't have a 16-ounce can, do they? Last time I've had Blue Island, it was only 12, but they probably do.
I thought it was 16, but
They must. What am I thinking?
I think it's 16.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I can picture it. I can picture a four pack Tall Boys when you leave Blue Island. If you get something to go,
Okay.
I can picture 4-pack Tall Boys.
Just must be thinking of their like basic Kolsch Pilsner that's like a 12-ounce can. But all right.
That means it's a 6-pack then, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. See ya. That's why we take pictures.
I guess.
Because
So.
I have no fucking idea. I have no idea.
I haven't been to Blue Island in a long time.
It's more of a warm weather play.
Right.
Yeah, Maple Tree Inn, Blue Island, and then if you're feeling frisky, keep going out south.
Right. Okay. Nice. So you did baseball. What else?
After that, I made my way to Salomo's Still Life, Logan Square. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, a good hang. I think we celebrated, what was it, their 10th anniversary there? We did the interview there with the guys right before Eric Hobbs left. I went back because it was the end of Women's Month, and they made a beer celebrating women that work in the industry.
Oh, nice.
I think it's called Vibes. I think last year it was called Vibes 1920. something significant happened in 1920. But this year is called Vibes from the Heartland.
Okay.
So I think the event coordinator over there, Charlotte, she's actually responsible for the Lager Lounge at Flowbab.
Oh,
That's
nice.
her idea.
Okay.
Yeah. So she gathers all these women in beer, and they make a beer once a year.
That's cool.
Yeah. So this was a West Coast Pilsner.
Oh, awesome. I was also at Salamoth last night.
Huh.
I did not have that beer.
Huh.
I went cheap and got Lou.
Yeah.
$5.
That's a good play.
And then they had a $5 16-ounce can of something called like Green Ghost or Green Post. Mm-hmm. Not as good as Lou, but it was pretty good.
That's a solid strip on Armitage, man. You know, Parsons is right there. I would go for the frozen Negroni. They say the Spice House right there is really good.
You got Best Intentions.
Best Intentions is right there. You know,
Scofflaw too.
Scofflaw. And then
Moonlighters.
Moonlighters.
Gretel.
And what's across the street from Gretel? The other brewery, Middlebrow.
Middlebrow.
This is like pretty legit strip on Armitage. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Keep going, and pretty soon you're going to have Tasty Freeze with Monster Ball. Now we're really getting upset.
Oh, yeah. We got the Monster Balls opening.
Yeah, and they're keeping the Tasty Freeze.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be good.
Oh, it's going right there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, right next to Gretel. No. I forgot what we were talking about.
Salamo?
Oh, yeah, Matt Salamoth.
It was, what was that, Wednesday night? So there was a fair amount of people there,
Yeah.
but like it was pretty quiet. It feels like Salamoth always feels like that place. It feels like a throwback bar, like it has like that vibe.
Yeah.
But then it's so dark in there. It also feels like an old man bar at the same time. It's like a 70s old man kind of bar. Like I just expect there should be like a thick layer of smoke.
I'm kind of here for that. You know, this dive bar inspired newer bars. They kind of make me happy. You know, there's pool tables. There's oil paintings and all this kind of just kind of like kind of classic elements of a dive bar. And then they're pouring beer straight from Naperville. Yeah. I think I don't know if they're underrated or properly rated, but I always have a good experience when I go there.
Yeah, or when you have Salamoth.
Or just when I have Salamoth beer, period.
Or Hidden Hands beer, too.
Exactly, yeah.
But nice. What about anything else?
No, the Vibes beer is actually accompanied by Michelle Foyt got in on the fun, and hers is called Vibes from the Orchard.
Okay.
So this is kind of sold as a mixed 2-pack, so you're supposed to take this plum cider and pair it with the West Coast Pilsner. So, yeah.
Did you try that or no?
I only got, the cans were $8. So I just got the can for the photo, but you could buy the mixed 4-pack to go.
Okay.
Yeah. They said they had over 100 women come and brew this beer. And then people got on them last year.
That's a lot of people to just in general, how are 100 people brewing a beer? Like, that's
because it's kind of like a...
It's like we've brewed that beer. It's like a 2-3 person.
Everybody can't brew. I think everybody came out for brew day. Right. But everybody, 100 people can't brew. Yeah. I think they're coming out to smell hops and... It's more of like a social, like a social event. You're going to drink and hang. Yeah. They said that a guy brewed the beer last year and someone called him out on it. So then they had a woman, made sure a woman brewed the beer this year.
That's
weird. Somebody calling out this. They're trying to have this cause that raises money for the guild, and someone said, "Oh, well, a man brewed that beer." Like that's kind of a dick move.
But there's plenty of women brewers, so one probably should have done it. It's kind of
that is the other side of the argument.
Yeah,
that it should have been women in the first place.
Why was this even why'd that even happen?
I wonder who leaked that, because I wouldn't have known that unless they mentioned it.
Yeah,
somebody, one of the women brewers probably said, a man brewed this beer. She probably got fucked up at the bar and was like, a man brewed that beer. That's horrible.
Is it supposed to was it not as good? Like if it turned out bad, you'd be like, oh yeah. A man brewed that beer. It's not as good. I don't know.
But that's the reason I went, because I wanted to try the beer. West Coast Pilsner, so it's got the essence of a big hoppy IPA, but then it's just clean and mellow, and it doesn't sacrifice body. It's got a good body to hold up to the hops because it's a Pils.
Fun.
So that was cool. I think that was my only brewery stop, though, man.
Okay. The other stop I made was Burning Bush. It was last Friday, which was what, like 70 out.
Yeah.
So we did lunch outside at Mamma Mia's on Irving Park.
How's Mama? Did you like it?
It's tasty, yeah.
I hear good things.
Coronas and Cubanos.
It's always packed.
Oh, this was like no one was there on Friday afternoon.
It's like right here, like Pulaski, right ish, like right there.
No.
No, not that one.
That way, like right across, kitty corner, kind of from Crust now.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good. But then we're like, it's so nice. We should just go drink somewhere else.
There you go.
So Burning Bush, outdoor space. First time on the outdoor space.
Oh, in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got like the marshlands back there.
Right. And then I did not have a Burning Bush beer because they had some guest beers on. And they had a guest beer, and they had Noon Whistle, which I'm, on the fence about Noon Whistle.
Noon Whistle is very volatile situation. It's got its highs, and it's also gotten its not highs.
Right, which is Burning Bush, right?
I mean, yeah. Now that we're saying it, yeah.
So I was like looking at the menu. I'm like, I may have had these Burning Bush beers. None of them were jumping out at me, so I was just like, I'm gonna roll the dice on this Noon Whistle. That's fun, and it was good. It was like a Pilsner or a Kolsch, and so
Yeah.
it was good. But seeing a guest beer at another brewery
Yeah, what's up with
is
that?
always interesting. But like they have guest beers, but they have guest beers because they don't brew that style.
Yeah.
So Burning Bush having a Pilsner or a Kolsch, whatever it was, they also do that style. So why have?
I wonder what's going on there.
Maybe they just couldn't brew as much beer this time around.
Or Noon Whistles, if we speculate wildly, then maybe Noon Whistle's just gonna buy the joint.
Oh,
I don't know.
would that be good or bad? Would I want Noon Whistle or would I want Burning Bush to like stick around?
Why is this better if Noon Whistle shows up? I don't know. I don't have the answer, Brad.
I'd say it's worse. For how much I love and hate Burning Bush,
Yeah.
I don't need a third Noon Whistle location.
Man.
Right?
They definitely have the one because we got lost trying to get to it that one night.
Lombard. Then they got the Naperville one.
Oh,
Which
okay.
I've never been to.
Okay.
So I don't need a third Noon Whistle spot.
Fair.
I keep the Preacher Man going there. They got their event space. They have to be doing decently well. So
Yeah. There weren't a few spaces over here that's got an outdoor sitch going too. So, and it's one of those places where they're open every day, and on a good day, you can go hang out and have a fresh beer right on the patio, right on the deck there, right on the river.
basically,
I vote for them, maybe lowering some of the, the bush. It's like a lot of shrubbery. Like you can't see the river. It's kind of like the wilderness, kind of. You know what I mean? Like it's a little high.
yeah, but
kinda-
you're high up.
So you can still see it, but, and I'm just being nitpicky.
Okay.
Like, I just want to see more of the river, That's all.
All right. But those are my two stops. And yeah, I mentioned Crust. Crust is now open.
Satellite Brewery from Rosemont that's slinging pies. And it sounds like they're going to do some of their, small batch experimental stuff and serve it.
Set up a system or no?
No, they're just brewing smaller batches and sending those small batches to the city.
Okay.
Yeah. So it won't just be all the flagship stuff at Crust in
But
Rosemont.
no one knows what the flagships are because no one goes to the Rosemont
No,
one.
I've been once. It's the old Hofbrau House in downtown Rosemont. Yeah.
I'm gonna try it. It's very.
I mean,
close.
it's right
very-
there.
It's very close
You
to
know?
where I live, so I gotta try it. But I'm not excited to try it, which is weird, right?
I don't know, Brad.
That is kind of weird. If it was like another brewery that opened, like
off
I don't know.
that BCS 2015 is showing up.
If it was Bud's Brewery that opened up,
Yeah.
I might be excited.
I mean,
But there's like, I never went to Crust. No one talked about Crust. Why do you have another spot? You're killing it out there?
should have been phase 3, but But yeah, I mean, these are all fair points, in all seriousness. Because I've been to Crust. Well, I work in the burbs, so coming back into the city, I'm looking for stuff to do.
Right.
And, I've been to Crust. And I'm like, this is cool, but is it Ike and Oak? No. Is it Peace? No. I mean, so what are we doing?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what are we trying to do here?
And like the pizza situation, you have Easy Street right there, which is like a solid pizza. It's like not amazing.
I guess that would be your barometer. Where does it rank in comparison to Easy Street? Which, you know, I get a jug of wine, I sit outside, and I get some, you know, a bucket of chicken
Right. I don't think
nuggets.
West has any outdoor seating.
You know,
They
and
got like big windows though.
but the Easy Street pizza is a solid pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you rank compared to them? I guess let's start there.
What kind of pizza is it?
Yeah. See, I don't know. Let's start there.
Is it just Giordano's? Or I mean, not Giordano's. What's the one you bake at home? Is that?
Illuminati's or
No, the
Home
one-
Run In?
No, where they're like, it's not.
Oh, it's not delivery. It's DiGiorno.
DiGiorno's.
God damn. It's rough out here, man. They're closing out Q1.
Because Burning Bush has pizza.
They do?
They have the Moss pizza that they like put in the pizza, the toaster oven.
Oh, little toaster pizza.
It's kind of like Detroit style,
Okay.
Costco kind of pizza.
I didn't know they had pizza.
Not Costco pizza, but like basically frozen pizza. So they do the Moss pizza, which is fine.
Yeah. It's a brewery, so we gotta go.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
The tap room. I mean, satellite tap room.
Yeah. So I'm not going. I want to try their beers
Yeah,
and see what they're all about.
for sure. I agree. Yeah, it's the newest tap room in the city.
Right.
Yeah, so
that's cool.
There you go. Yeah, I never went to Leader's Bar.
No,
See, so it's already more interested in that
that's true. I think it might still say Leader Bar because it was like
on the door.
it was like embossed in the brick.
Oh yeah,
one of those.
that's hard. It's hard to get out.
It's called Mason. You got. Speaking of pizza, you had the Beer Temple pizza,
Yeah.
which is also like not that far.
No,
we're talking-
it's within. I mean, it can't be any more than a mile and a half.
Right.
You know, so Beer Temple and Capone's are probably the two packaged beer stores that are within walking distance.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Beer Temple's also got a bar. And Beer Temple also had a kitchen. So they recently they shut down the kitchen, got a bunch of pizza ovens, and then they partnered with Middlebrow to make a pizza different from the Middlebrow pizza on Tuesdays. And yeah, because that one's tavern style, and this one's like Detroit style.
Right. The hours to get the pizza suck.
It's like 4 to 9 or something.
4 to 9, Friday,
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I think it is like that, like Wednesday through Saturday or something.
So you can't go for lunch. You gotta probably get there early because they're like till we sell out.
There's probably no to go, right? You probably gotta have it there.
They might not even box it, so you can't eat it all.
This pizza's $32 also, right?
Bring your own plastic. Bring your own box.
Don't ask us for a box. We ain't got no boxes. You eat it.
Eat it here.
Your mouth is the box. You fucker.
That's cool. What else is happening?
That's a good ass pizza though. To be fair, I have been drinking all day and I only got the cheese. I only got a slice, but it was really good. So there's.
Still feel like it. You should have got the slice of the day.
It was like pepperoni. I didn't want pepperoni. It was pepperoni. I'm like, is it shrooms or something? I'll take the shroom if it's shroom. You know, slices a day. They were like, yeah. I was like, give me the cheese. What else is going on?
Light the Lamp is back.
Light the Lamp is not back, but their location has a new tenant, and it's Black Lung Brewing. Another.
Third fucking
This is
location.
the third. You don't need three. You don't need three noon whistles. You're about to get 3 black lungs, but
That's surprising. Like he's a like a great guy.
oh,
So
he's
that's,
cool.
like,
He's
awesome
cool
for
as
him.
fuck, man. Yeah.
But dude, like, I hope you're full time at your brewery now. You have 3 of them.
Yeah, that's a lot, man. So they got Round Lake Beach is the original one. That's where we did the show.
Yeah.
With Josh.
We were supposed to brew a beer.
Great crew. We just never got up there again. Honestly, it's 44 miles. So you're talking damn near 100 miles round trip.
Right.
So we haven't gotten back
You
up
gotta
there.
spend the night. It's
You know, they got another location, which is an old bar on the Fox Lake that they turned into their satellite tap room for location number 2. That location has a kitchen.
Right, and that's only open during the summer.
It's really like a summer play. Yeah, it's like a warm weather play, And this third location is in Grays Lake. So when you look on the map, here's what's interesting. You look on the map, Grays Lake and Round Lake Beach actually border each other. They're border towns.
Okay.
So it's only 3.5 miles away. So I don't think this all comes out tomorrow. What the plan is all comes out tomorrow.
But he stole the Light the Lamp chef.
We're not supposed to talk about that.
Well, this episode won't be out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But he stole the Light the Lamp chef
Yeah.
to go to that Fox River spot,
Yeah.
and then he's going to move into the Light the Lamp spot.
It's way more space. I mean, when you look at the current Round Lake Beach one, it's like in a strip mall. You look into
But
it.
he's keeping that one.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I mean, look at what Rev did with one. They were 2 miles away. They closed one. Half Acre, same thing. Those places were about 2 miles away,
Oh, so
and they
you think
closed
he,
one.
like,
I think they move.
You think they moved?
I think they're moving out of the strip mall. The strip mall is like 1,600 square feet.
It was tiny.
Is when you look at, and it's just a little storefront in a strip mall. When you even when you look at the Light the Lamp, it's a standalone building. It's 16,000 square feet.
Right. It was nice when I went to Light the Lamp.
It's a
It
big
was
it's a
good
big
space.
space. It's a big space with a kitchen. It's got this. It's in like more of a residential area.
Yeah.
You get more foot traffic. That other space was off the expressway. So, I don't know what the plans are, but I think you move at that point. That would be my guess is that you move because it's only 3 miles from the other joint.
But then he should have somebody lined up to open a brewery in that spot because it's like good to go. If you're not moving the equipment.
Yeah. But what if if you're a bootstrap operation, you take all your stuff and you move because you were probably renting this little strip mall.
Maybe,
What is it
but
though?
Did Light the Lamp get rid of all that equipment?
Oh, right now,
Is
yeah.
it all just there?
Is it a turnkey at Light the Lamp? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, so
Because I don't think we need 3 black lungs.
we don't even need 3 mores.
No.
And there's 3 of those. Yeah.
Yeah, even 3 phase 3s and.
I could go for another phase 3. Elmhurst is closer than Lake Zurich. Elmhurst still, $294. I gotta pay tolls. I could use another phase 3. But I don't know.
Interesting. And then there was I thought this was real, and I thought this was a good idea.
Yeah.
This April Fool joke that Black Long and Black Horizon
No, Black Lung and Harbor. Yeah.
joined forces, and it was called Black Harbor.
Black Harbor's a cool name.
Black Harbor's a great name.
You know?
I was like, this sounds good.
Yeah.
But it turned out to be a joke.
April Fool's joke, yeah, because North. I think those are both North burbs. Winthrop Harbor is where Harbor is, but then Harbor has another location. I forget where that is.
They got 2 locations?
They got 2 locations. They have one of these seasonal joints. Their original location is like a seasonal thing, and then they have the other location, which is like in a downtown area, which I forget the name of the town, but it's up that way. It's Winthrop Harbor, Waukegan, somewhere up there.
Okay.
Harbor's good, man. Harbor, the guy used to work at Phase 3. He just got tired of making the Phase 3 beers, and he struck out on his own. And he's doing good stuff, the Harbor guy.
So, I don't know. That was a good April Fool's because I was like, oh, I believed it.
Exactly.
Because it made sense.
Yeah.
Anything else happening?
Man, Beer in the Glass at Millennium Park
Okay.
on May 9th.
Yeah.
That's going to be good.
Okay.
I think that's it. I think that's all we looked at. Right? We talked about Beer Temple. We talked about Tonality is closing. Tonality, who won a World Beer Cup medal last year, 2024. This is up in Mundelein, right next to around the corner from freaking
Right.
Tighthead.
Mundelein went from 1 brewery to 3 breweries.
Yeah.
In like a year.
Tighthead, Bosaki's, and Tonality.
And they're closing.
And Tonality's closing. Bosaki's announced they're closing too.
Really?
Yeah, they said they're done after 10 years.
Wait,
Yeah.
it was open for 10 years?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's one of those things we just talked about Tinley Park. It's like, unless it's close to you, it's not really something on your radar. But yeah, I didn't.
It had never been 10 years.
I'd never been to Bosaki's either. Yeah. I'm like, are you sure it's a brewery? But it was one of those strip mall kind of things. like storefront, like a storefront brewery.
Oh.
Yeah. But Tonality was like a full blown restaurant. You know, I think they were an old firehouse. They got like some money from the village to like revamp this old firehouse.
And what happened?
I don't know. I mean, if we were closer, we might get in and hang out at the bar and ask more questions. But, I'd like to know more because, it's two things, right? Like one, people like the food, people like the beer. And then two, World Beer Cup it's not going to save you. And when it comes,
right. Medals don't.
They don't really add up
business.
to much. I mean, on that day, you were the best example of that beer in a room full of your peers, and that's very cool.
Yeah.
But if we're talking asses and seats or volume of beer sold, it might not equate. I think the people who are really like an alarmist's case, people know the juice because it won, and I think it's opened doors for them that it maybe
right. It gets you into some of the stores where like, oh, your beer is good.
Yeah, it's a lot of noise around beer, but you got this medal.
You got this medal, so we can put your beer on the shelf.
Yeah.
And it should sell because it's a good beer.
When you think of it, and then it seems like that kind of scenario, like the alarmist example, is kind of the outlier. But in most cases, you win a medal, and it's like, all right, cool. As far as like moving the needle on your brand being more known or people buying your stuff more.
Right.
Yeah. So I did notice that. Yeah. But it sounds
like
like
Lamp won a medal.
That's another good example, actually. Like the Lamp did win a medal for
Pollyanna wins all the time, and they let me down every time.
I cannot with you. I'm just but yeah, but they're closing, man. Tonality's closing.
Oh, that's great. I feel like
It's not great, man.
it's not great. I feel like I just knew about them.
It's weird that I don't. And he made it a point to say, "Yo, I'm saying this a day before April Fools, so you don't think I'm bullshitting."
Okay.
We're really closing, and I was like, "Damn, really?"
No, it's not. I'm not. That was not good. It's like, oh, that sucks. Like I never made it there. I like the idea. It was pretty close to Tight Head, so you do like go to both of them.
1-2 step, man. We were all about these beer tours, man. 1-2 step.
But the last time I went to Tight Head was after our Black Lung stop.
That's true. Yeah, I think that's the last time I've been.
What, was that like 4 years ago now?
During the pandemic. It was definitely around the pandemic. We were coming out of the
Towards the
pandemic.
end, yeah.
Because we were doing a lot of guest stuff. Yeah. So I'm good. If Black Lung, when we went to Black Lung, they did have the food trucks out front, and then they had some acoustic band on the inside. I think they have events where you can bring your own vinyl. They have like a mug club. So in theory, if Black Lung just takes all the elements of people who like Black Lung and move it into a space in the next town over.
But they have those
could
people
work.
in that town. Like, why would you?
Because now it ain't
like
now ain't no brewery in that town. You got to go one town over.
But the people are like, that might be too far. Right? There's people like.
I don't know, Brad. Now your town has no brewery. That's the thing.
Yeah.
There's no other breweries in Round Lake, so it might be one of those things where, oh, you guys are leaving. All right, cool. I like you guys a lot. I'm just gonna go where you are because it was a cool scene. Yeah.
I would hope, any other fans follow them, but I would also hope. I don't think we need 3, but I would hope they stay there for like the people and like they were doing good stuff there.
I'm curious to see what happens because I could be all wrong about them moving. I'm just thinking, just on paper, I'm like, does this really make sense to have 2 breweries 3 miles apart? I don't.
Sketchbook does it.
Does any brewery near Sketchbook make sense to have people? You know what I mean?
Does anyone else do it still?
Rev did it and they stopped.
Right.
Half Acre did it, they stopped. Sketchbook has not stopped.
But
to be fair,
I think they would stop.
I think they would.
Evanston is kind of dicks to businesses.
Yeah, and the Evanston though, in that instance,
it would be an Evanston problem, not a Sketchbook.
They won an award for design at that space. I don't know what that means, but I mean, I don't know. It's a nice storefront.
Right, but if they close that, it's because Evanston did some fucking shit and they're out of there. It's not a Sketchbook being like, we have this other brewery that's better for us.
A lot of it's driven by you probably don't own these spaces.
Right.
If you're in a strip mall or if you're in Evanston on a storefront, you don't own these spaces. A lot of it's driven by the people that you're renting from not being fucking cool. Mm-hmm. And you're like, you know what, man? I'm a small business. I gotta go. Yeah. This don't work for me. I have to leave.
Let's see, anyone? The Naperville Lombard for Noon Whistle isn't that far, but that's a good distance.
See, I get turned around when I start. I have to look it up to see like, well, how far is this suburb from this one?
Alter has like 3 out that way.
Yeah, if you're not Alter or if you're not Moore, you're not really.
I don't know what Alter's.
No one else is doing 3 locations.
Right.
Yeah. Pollyanna's doing Roselle.
They have the one on the river.
Lamont.
And is that Lamont or is that Batavia, Geneva?
I get so fucking confused when I leave, man.
Because it's on. Pollyanna's on one side of the river and Alter's on the other side.
St. Charles.
St. Charles. Okay.
St. Charles. Yeah, I remember this now. Yeah, multiple locations does work, but not a whole lot. It's not a card that everyone's not everyone's pulling. So.
All right, excited to see what happens with Black Lung. I actually haven't had their beer in a long time.
You know, when they sent Pancho and Lefty the Mexican lager last summer, I was all in.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's pretty good.
So we need to talk to them and get up there and.
If you wanna,
we'll hop on our boat, go down the river.
We'll be there in like
a couple days.
We can't drive this boat. We could start driving it, but we're gonna be drinking. So
we'll get in the donut boats at the old Metro place and just take that all the way down.
That is the big domino. What happens to that space?
I think that's that barbecue place.
No, you think so?
Yeah, I thought they were going in there.
Oh,
they might already be in there.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Noon Whistle.
Now we're back to Noon Whistle. Location
Black
number
on
3.
Second river spot, so you could just go between the two. They have all day cruises that take you from one to the other.
Steamboat.
But it's real small because you can't.
It's a little steamboat.
Yeah, it's like a 3-person steamboat.
Oh man.
All right, we should get out of here. As we get through a Bourbon County Stout with some South Side Irish Red from Hailstorm.
This works. This little combo. Put this under unexpected combos that fucking work right here.
The sweetness of the Irish Red.
Yeah.
Helps balance the I don't know.
It's almost it's almost oak and cherry forward. This BCS, which I'm not complaining, but it's like the Southside Irish is really toning things out here today.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah,
cool. All right, that's gonna do it. See you next time.
Cheers.